And good morning from Namibia. I am back in Namibia. I am back at home. Even though I tell you, it is Cape Town, I am sure I am going to live there. I am going to live there because I love it so much. It was so hard for me to leave. I almost wanted to cry because I was leaving Cape Town today, and I think that's a sign. I think it's a sign where my heart is, and I love it here. I love Swakopmund, and there are many opportunities to do things here, and I do love the cost of living is low here, and but I tell you, my heart is in Cape Town. I love coastal living. I love the shore. I love the huge waves when it's about to be a storm offshore. I love the people. I love the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of restaurants for the foodie in me. I love the transportation. I love that I can get in a Uber, mainly a Bolt, and travel pretty much 12 miles for just 15 bucks, 17 bucks, the max 25 bucks. Never have I had that, but 25, if I wanted to go like way out in the distance, I am telling you, folks, and I know people like, Ron, you are always telling us to leave the country, to leave the US. It's like someone said, if you are in retirement age and you stay in the US, and I get it because it's family. Like one of my friends, my friend Vivian, she was having a hard time on Easter. She says, Ron, I was in tears today. And I said, why? She goes, because I miss all my friends back home. She's living now in the south of France. So I get it. This is not for living abroad is not for the faint. And I have to tell you, some days I'm missing my friends. I will be honest with you. There are days that I am longing for my friends. I want to just hug them. I want to hold them. I want to give my son a kiss on that bald head. And when I walk into the living room, I want to give Nancy a big hug. I miss them. Living abroad is not for the faint at heart. Living abroad, you have to really analyze the situation. You really have to say, what are my pros? What are my cons? You have to understand why you're here, or why you're traveling, or why you're away from the United States. There are lots of good things about the United States. Maybe right now there's a lot of just is not looking too good. And we'll talk about the annihilation threat. But I will tell you, Easter, I was like, okay, I miss my friends, but I know my purpose here. I know also I'm coming home. I really do believe you, at least for me, as I'm analyzing my life in my structure, as I'm meeting people, as I'm connecting with people, I am realizing that why is that Focus Friday thing there? Why is that there? Let me get that off the screen. Sorry about that, y'all. It's Tip Tuesday. And I realized that you have to have a plan, a big plan. Now, I always knew, kind of knew that already, but I mean, I already had a plan. But now what's the word? I'm reiterating my brain to say, you know what? You have to have a plan, a purpose, and a schedule. Like, I need to be in the US. I need to be in the US. One, I need to make money. Two, I need to love on my loved ones. I do miss them. But when Vivian and I were talking yes on Sunday, and she says, "Rod, I had a rough morning. I've been in tears all morning." And she's the one that planted the idea of moving to South Africa back in 2016. I'm going to live in I'm going to live in South Africa. And I told her, I said, you know, you're in the south of France right now, and you are crying because you miss your grandkids. I told her, I said, you know, South Africa is twice as far, if not 2/3 far than the United States. So I say, I would definitely need to, I'm trying to figure this all out. And I have 2 years to figure it out. And I have 2 years to be with you to figure it out, which is great because we're learning it together. I take Silas. I love that I get to come on and talk to you every day for the most part. I get to see you every day. This screen is like a technological hug. But I will tell you, it is days that are challenging because you want to be with the people you love. You want to smell them. I know that sounds insane, but y'all know what I mean. You know, your loved ones have, you know, their homes have a certain aroma. When you go to visit your friends, they eat a certain type of food. You go to their homes and you spend time with them, and that place has a lock and key of what it is. So today is Tip Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about something I had an opportunity to do on my last night here. I mean, well, in Cape Town. Now I'm back in Swakopmund. But I had the chance to do some nighttime photography. And so I said, why not share this? Why not share this? Mastering light on the road, because that's what we're doing. We're traveling. All these Tip Tuesdays are going to be about traveling, but they're also applicable. You can apply them to your everyday life using a smartphone or one of these, right? You can use either one. And it's going to help you in your photography, even if you're an experienced photographer. And I find these lessons always when I'm studying these and I learn from, when I do my little research here to bring a lesson to you all for the Tip Tuesdays, I learn something more every time. You know, they always say teachers keep learning because every time you speak, you learn. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about mastering light on the road. Our Tip Tuesday is night photography in a city you're exploring for the first time, like someplace like Cape Town. Okay, so we'll be talking about that. And what else is going on in the world? Let me say hello to you guys. Let's say hello. You guys came out the box community talking on this chat, which is good. Tanya says, hello, Ron, and Touch Base Daily family. Live at 5 from Swakopmund. Yes, live at 5. Live at 5. Anyway, as you probably have noticed, I've become more free. So if you're in the building, hit subscribe if you're here for the first time. And if you're here and you're just here, hit the likes. Hit the like. Okay. Chris says, good morning. And Tanya says, hello, Chris. And then we have the wonderful G is in the building. She says, good morning on my break. So good to see you, Lady G. Lady G is in the house. And I'm not the only one that calls her Lady G. So look at that. Someone else says Lady G. Good day. That's Lady G. Yes, she is my work wife. She's always on the move. And can I give you a shout out? I saw that you made your switch, Lady G, from our Patreon to becoming a member on this platform. So thank you. Thank you. So she doesn't need tips anyway on the Patreon. But the Patreon is where all the tips, photography, motivation Mondays, all that lives. So if you want to do both, you can do both. If you want to do one or the other, either way, you're supporting, and I thank you for it. Lisa says, am I on the right day? It says, yeah, I know. Yes. Yeah, I had to remove it. Yeah. And who else is in the building? Chris says, I just took the leap. I don't miss anybody yet. Let me tell you, you will. You will. Because if you love your loved ones, you're going to miss them. Unless those loved ones don't visit you anyway. And this is what I had a conversation with my friend. I said, Vivian, if you were home, would the grandkids be visiting you? And you know what the answer was? Maybe not. Most likely not. I said, so what are you upset about? Why are you upset when people are not coming to visit you anyway? If you were in Delaware, you would not be seeing the grandkids regardless. Enjoy your time with your husband, your new husband. Enjoy it. I know, putting my friend's business out in the streets. I'm sorry. But no, she wouldn't mind me talking about that. But yes, it's tough. It is tough. It is tough traveling and being on the road. I've been on the road now 6 weeks. This is the 7th week now. 7 weeks I've been away from home. I see Mimi's in the building. She says, good morning, Ron, and the RLP Touch Base Daily family. So good to see you. And I see here, Lisa says, yes, my girlfriend moved to Mexico, but then moved back to the States a year later because she wanted to see her grandkids grow up. You got to know your reasons. You have to know your reasons. I know that I could do both countries. I know I can live in America and live outside. I can do it. I've been doing it now for 6 weeks, but that's still not a whole year yet. It's not even half a year. So I still am learning. It doesn't just happen, y'all. It doesn't. It's a lot of adjusting. And hey, Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, hello, everyone. Look, G says this. G says, let me put it on the screen. Says, all my babies are here. So we're going to be here. Yes. You have to know your dynamics, your family dynamics. Like in my family, everyone's adults. Believe it or not, of my peers and my cousins, myself, my sister, and Chad are the babies of our family. Think about that. So we're the babies of our family. So that means all of our generation is living their best lives or living home with their grandkids. Some of my cousins have great grandkids. My aunt has great grandkids. You have to know your family structure. Family structure is very significant in traveling abroad. If you are thinking about doing it, you need to know your family dynamics. And that means having conversations with your family. If I was away, how would this affect you? If I'm home, so like some of my relatives, They didn't visit me when I was living in Brooklyn, and they only live 5 blocks away. So I'm not concerned about those folks. You don't visit anyway. Why would I be worried about you visiting when you don't? You're like, oh, Ron, you live on the other side of the planet. You're down in the southern part of Africa. We can't see you. I was like, but you don't visit anyway. So what the deal? You have to know your dynamics. Know the dynamics of your family and your friendship circle. You know, I know one thing. I cannot wait to get back home. There's some parts of me that cannot wait to get back home because I want to see my friends. I'm ready for some Jamaican cooking from my buddy Bernard. Bernard makes the mean Jamaican food. I can't wait to hang out at the house and eat some Jamaican food. I can't wait to be with Adrian and Nancy because Nancy can throw down some food. Okay, I think I got my point across. As in, guys, living abroad, and I'll say it over again. You really need to do your homework. And what are your tolerances? And a lot of times you don't realize it until you leave, until you're in the middle of it. Lisa says, and I don't think it's a failure for any expat to move back. It's not. I don't think it's a failure at all. The experience and the time you had in another country is still amazing and should be cherished. I'm going to read that again because I have noticed that there have been 2 or 3 expats that I follow that have moved back to the States. One couple, they moved back to be with their family because they have grandkids and they want to be with their grandkids. Another gentleman, he found a wife. He found a wife overseas, and now he wants his wife to spend time with his family in the States. Your dynamics change. And you going back to the United States as an expat is not failure. And say, oh, I'm going to live across overseas. Well, you might just go overseas for 5 years. You may go for 2 years. You may go for 1 year. You may go for 3 years. You, again, must know your dynamics, right? Know the dynamics. Life is very, very flexible. The older you get, you know, for those that don't know, I come on in the mornings at 11 o'clock now, or here in this time zone. And so I have there's another interesting audience that has compounded upon this audience. So we have people here from India in the morning, Sri Lanka. We have people here from Bangladesh. We have people from, I think, China. We have someone from Russia. We have someone from, when we get together in the mornings, it's like a strange little group of people. And we just talk. And I end up becoming almost like a grandfather to some of the folks in India or Bangladesh, which is really interesting. Or they ask me questions about work or what they think about, you know, a career that they love. So it's nice to have an international audience. I'm really enjoying it. Being in this time zone has opened a whole nother thicket of communication. I see G is also agreeing with Lisa. Great point, Lisa. Yeah, I agree. Christina, where are you? I forgot where you were traveling to. You said the people are wonderful here. Let me tell you, there's nothing like travelers. I love traveling. I feel blessed that I can travel. And I'm enjoying this time of my life. Hi, Kimmy. I see it's in the building. Good morning. Hey, Jazzy is in the building. She says, good morning, beautiful people. Darn it. And again, if you're in the building, hit subscribe if this is your first time here. If you also are here, hit the like so it generates the algorithm so that people know we're here. Okay, and G says, darn it, my apologies, Kristen R. Good morning. Hey, Jazzy. Let's see. Okay, Mimi says, agreeance to Lisa. Lisa, that's true. I'm thinking about expat life for a few years before retirement. Great way to experience and take the leap. Let me tell you, expat life. As my friend who was crying on this weekend, my friend, she was crying. She is part of an expat community. They meet I think every Thursday morning for coffee and tea and crumpets and all that stuff. I think it's Thursday mornings or Tuesday mornings, one of those, the teas, and they get together. Community is so important. You know how I feel about community. Community is so important. I don't care what you do. If you don't have a community, you are like a ship just sailing by yourself, no connections, no wind in your sails. You need to be connected with people. Connect. Okay. But Mimi, I like that for you. Get out there. Don't be afraid. Try it. G says, may I ask where you are, Kristen R? Exactly. Oh, she's in Thailand. What's right? You told me Thailand. Oh, shucks. Chris, you need to come on here one day. You need to come on, not once, really. You need to share your Thailand experience because, I have a lot of followers. I mean, a lot of people that I follow that are in Thailand as expats. And it's fascinating. Have you met any expats yet? I met a lot in South Africa. I met a lot in Cape Town. And when I tell them I'm an escapee, they all start laughing. I see here. Oh, well. IG says, oh, wow. The Hubs and I would love to do Thailand or South Africa for our 10th anniversary next year. Gwendolyn, you know what I said yesterday? I was shocked. I don't know why I didn't get the pieces together. It is a main city. Cape Town is a main city in the world. Cruise ships are here in Namibia at Walvis Bay. They come in, I think, twice a month. So I believe they make their rounds. So there's cruises everywhere, y'all. You can do cruises down in Africa. Just saying. But Gwendolyn, you and Mr. Jack. Now, if you the guys come down to South Africa, I'm going to make sure I'm in South Africa for it. I am going to give you the tour of your life. I am going to introduce you to all my friends here. So, G, you tell me when, and I'll make sure that I am in Cape Town when you do it. Obviously, I'll be staying here probably. Hey, look, maybe by then I'll have my own apartment in Cape Town. And, Ron is not getting a 1-bedroom. I gotta get a 2-bedroom because I have friends that want to visit. So maybe you'll come visit me in my new apartment, you and Mr. Jack. This is sounding real good. Just thinking out loud. Gwendolyn knows how I think. She knows I am not kidding. She knows I am brainstorming right now in the moment. Dr. Tachi's in the building. She says, hey all. And Lisa says, the blessed, yes, I want to as well, but New York City will always be my base. I guess I don't consider it being a true expert, but I will live in different places for 3 months at a time. You could do whatever you want. If you can do it, do it. If you can do it, do it. There's nothing stopping you. You can do 2 months here, 2 months there, 3 months here, 4 months there. You can do whatever you want. Your combination is your delight. Do it. Get out though. See people. Travel the world. I learned so much about myself in the last 6 weeks. I've learned a lot about myself that I did not realize about myself. That's the beauty of travel. You learn about others and yourself. Okay, Dr. Tachi, Dr. Tachi, yes, okay. I also will still be whenever the grands are. Kimmy Kim, see, she says yes. I also will still be wherever the grands are. But you don't have to be. You can go away a couple of months or a month and come back home for the grands. And yeah, get out there. Oh, do we want to go down that road yet? Do we want to go down this road? Let me just see where we are first. Well, let me just see where everybody's at first. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back up here. So, do you guys want to talk about Trump and his craziness this weekend, or his threat today? Let me know if you guys want to talk about Trump and this insane threat that there's an uproar around the world that an American president is threatening to annihilate a civilization, a threat which only can be done by nuclear. You can only annihilate a civilization with a nuclear threat or a nuclear situation. That's something we all need to be thinking about. We have a madman in the White House, and we have a madman in Israel. These two fools are as mad can get. But the one in the White House, he is literally a madman. And Smack, I hear you in the building. Smack the donkey. Well, that's an interesting name, Smack. Trump threatened to shut down their civilian targets that also serve a military purpose. He also said that we would help rebuild if needed. He is trying not to cripple the Iranian civilians. Well, you can't have two words. Again, the man is a moron. The word salad. You say you're going to annihilate a country. You're going to so that they're no more. But then you say, but we pray for the people of Iran. Or we want to help the people of Iran. You can't do both. If you annihilate a people, then they won't be around for you to help. We're dealing with a madman. What is that? What expatriate? I see that. Tanya, okay. Trump doesn't care for Iran civilians. No, he doesn't. Exactly. That man don't care about no Iranian people. He don't care about no one but himself. No one but himself. This man is a crazy person. He's always been crazy. He just now has more power to show off his craziness. It's kind of scary because, while the Iranians are in this heightened alert based on the American president, this would be not that it could happen. I mean, I heard this with Malcolm Nance, who's an amazing military strategist, earlier today. Russia or some country that wants to get things stirred up could take advantage of the language, where now just the accidental feeling that someone is about to attack could trigger a nuclear exchange. Global. This is how stupid this man is. Okay, I'm gonna put the pin in that one. I'm gonna put a pin in that one for G and Kimmy Kim. That's a good question. That's a good one. It's 10:21 p.m. here in Thailand. Oh, you're ahead of me. Now you're in my future. Chris, you just went from my past to my future. I love it. I love it. Pablo Patriot, is it free? Yes, free. What's free? Free. It's free. Free to free to subscribe. Yeah, you can free. It's free to subscribe to this platform. Free. Just subscribe. Goddess Lord. Yes, this I agree. God is Lord 3377 says Trump was making fun of Allah, not praising him. Exactly. If that would have been on the other hand, Christians would have lost their minds in America. That was an insult. Insult. Oh man, man. Oh man, oh man. Bryson's in the building. What's up, Bry? Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy New Release Tuesday. I'm in New York City, AAK, the city. And gee, I love how you stand up for what's right. I love it too. That's why we do our thing. Chris says, the woman who is an expat arranged from my apartment I just got. Really? Holy Christina, we have to have a chat because I want to go to Thailand. I don't know if I'm going to get to Thailand this year, but I do hope I do get there soon because I need to make some money though. I have to come back to I have to come back to the US to make money. So that way I can go to my next leg of my travels. Christiane says, have you been there long? Says from Kimmy Kim. Kimmy says, Krista, have you been there long? And just a week, she says. Okay, and Bryson, some of the wireless festival has been canceled because of Kanye West. That's a whole nother story there. Then that go. Iran, we would fly by a cruise. Yep. We would fly by a cruise. Is a grand idea, Ron. I think it's a good idea. Miss G, pass it by Mr. Jack. I need to get an apartment, though. I need to get an apartment so you can come hang out. Think about that. You can literally fly to Cape Town, stay with me for a couple of days, several days, and then get on a cruise ship and head out to African countries on a cruise. I like that for you, Gwendolyn. I like that for you and Mr. Jack. Not even a week yet, she says. She hasn't been there. Not even a week. Got here Friday night. Okay. So excited, Christian. Sleepy one. Man, sleepy watcher. We are with you 100%. Just because some of us are from America does not mean we stand with the insanity of this administration. This is not even, no one's even calling it an administration. It's a regime. It was a takeover. It was a coup d'etat. It was everything bad. This is, well, unfortunately, there are a lot of Americans that voted for this crap. And now the whole world is suffering because of stupid MAGA. Every MAGA idiot that's in the world. I remember I was in France and someone said, we hate MAGA. We hate them. We hate everything about MAGA. I would presume that, and those MAGA folks would never be able to wear their red hats anywhere because of the destruction they're creating. But Sleepy Watcher says, as a Chinese, I don't know why Americans can be this low, attacking and invading hospitals, schools, and power plants. This is weird. Agree, Sleepy Watcher. I agree. Living our best. What's up, Tachi? Oh, thanks, Kimmy Kim. I get it from Bryson. No, Pablo, you're in the wrong space. Trump is not the king. He's a wannabe king. Yeah. So no, Trump is not the king. He is not a king. Chris says, yes, the people have beautiful spirits. They don't look at me as a Black woman. I'm just a woman and a fellow human being. I can be fully myself, no code switching, no shrinking myself. Now, this is what Chris is saying here has been the number one trending thought of every Black person that I've seen as an expat or who has lived shortly in Thailand. They are at a place where they say, I can just be myself. They do not. Now, I'm sure there's prejudice somewhere out there. But in Thailand, as they say, I'm so far, I've heard many expats talking. I follow a lot of expats. I follow a lot of influencers. And they all say the same thing that Chris just said here. You can just be yourself. Is it hot there? I heard it's very hot in Thailand. Whoa, that may be one of the things that holds me back because I hate humidity. Shame on our military for following the illegal orders. Yeah. And this is the conflict with the military. There was a person that popped on Malcolm Nance's show on YouTube saying that he was he used to be what they call a key turner. Like if there was a nuclear situation, you have to turn the key, someone else has to turn the key simultaneously. And people turn the keys and no one knows who has the nuclear warhead that's going to annihilate us all. I can't believe we're even thinking about this. This is a conversation based on a fool. Will they please impeach him? Will they please bring out the 25th Amendment? It's time. Lawrence O'Donnell said it last night. It is time. If there was ever a time for the 25th Amendment, it is now. It is now. Sleepy Watcher said, as a leader of the world, decisions do matter. If hundreds and millions of people will, if hundreds and millions of people will die. Yeah. And I believe Pablo is not a real person. Pablo is probably a troll. He's either a troll or a robot troll. And so anyway, yes, like, Christine the beautiful, Christine, you're welcome, G. This community is so cool. Kimmy says, you're welcome, G. This community is so cool, learning from everyone and their experience. That's what community is all about. It's not about Ron. It's about all of us. Can you believe right now there's 105, 108 people watching right now? Welcome, all you people that are here for the first time. If you like, hit the likes. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe. This is what we do here. We just have conversation. We're talking as a community. And then we're going to do our Tip Tuesday lesson for today. Well, tonight, tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. And Lisa says, maybe not funny, but she says, so is he ending the world? Like, is this our last Touch Base Daily? This guy is a loser. I hope it's not our last Touch Base Daily. But the one good thing about living in Namibia is they say, if there is a nuclear exchange, well, I'm sure we'll feel the effects down here, but we won't be the front lines of it all. Either way, the planet suffers. There's nothing good about war, period. Nothing good. We got some. Okay, moving right along. Tanya says, my brain is exploding from all of the possibilities. Let's go, Ron and Lady G. Travel. It's all about traveling, y'all. Sleepy. I like Sleepy Watcher. I like Sleepy Watcher. Sleepy Watcher. Are you a female or male or either or combination? What is where are you from, Sleepy Watcher? I don't want to call you her or him without being, I want to be respectful. So let me know if you are him, she, whatever, let me know. What should I be calling? I want to be respectful. So Sleepy Watcher says, it's just sad. I don't really know what is happening to the world. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Oh, G says, Lisa, the good Lord needs to get to work. I'm telling you, and we know what that means. And Kimmy Kim says, how and why should we speak any of this out loud? I know, but it's, you know what? We have to, because it's on everyone's mind. I'm sure everyone in this room, everyone in this community has thought about what is in the news today. Because the rest of the world, I don't know about what's going on in the United States, but the rest of the world, it is all over the news. It is all over Trump's threat to the rest to the world, because it's as dumb can be. For instance, if you're going to threaten Iran to annihilation, wouldn't that mean you can't get oil? I mean, like, isn't the whole point is to open up the strait? If you annihilate them, will you be able to get oil? Will the strait be open? You just ruin it for everybody. It's a dumb statement, dumb thought, and a dumb strategy. We know, Pablo. We know you stand with Trump. That's okay. You have a right to your opinion. You are right. You have a right to your opinion. No one's going to knock you on your opinion. No one here is for Trump. Well, most of us are not for Trump. There may be some folks in here, but most of us are not for Trump here. But you are entitled to your opinion. And exactly, love you all. Thank you, Sleep Watcher. We love you too. And there's a couple of Trumpsters in here, but hey, you're allowed to have your opinion. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the room. We respect you. Maybe not. How about respected? We respect your opinion. We respect you as a person. Let's put it that way. We don't respect what you are thinking. See, see here, Sleepy Watch. I love the Sleepy says, there's so many bots here. Anyways, just check. Hey, keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, Sleepy. I look. There's a lot of bots in here. Look, we're doing something right when you got 104 people in the space. Obviously the bots, whatever's happening out there. I don't know what's going on, but we're not used to having 103 people in the building at one time. But we take it. The Iranian leaders have changed death to America. Okay, yeah. Thank you. He is unhinged. And look, Russ Day 81. This is possibly a true. A lot of war strategists are saying the same thing. One is, and I'll read what Russ is saying. He says, I heard an intelligent and analyst speak about in 2 years, China will be trying to invade Taiwan. The United States doesn't want a two-front war, so they decided to go after Iran now. Well, because there is analytical conversation that says China is just looking back and saying, United States, the United States has removed its aircraft carriers that used to be in the Pacific to help in case there was an invasion of Taiwan. those aircraft carriers and battleships and destroyers have been moved, making it much easier while America is in Iran, that China in the next maybe in the next couple of months will say, this is our point. If America can do it to Iran and Israel can do it to Lebanon and do it to Gaza and Russia can do it to Ukraine, well, China is saying, maybe we'll take Taiwan finally. America can't help. America is losing all of its resources, its weaponry. The weapons, see, the new warfare is drones. And for every Tomahawk missile, you can get about 100,000 drones for the cost of one Tomahawk weapon. So I heard in conversation when these in my little, like I said, Malcolm Nance is one of my favorites. I've seen people also, because here I look at Al Jazeera every day, pretty much every day, almost all day when I'm back here, back home or at the hotel. And it is not looking good for the United States in our weapon count. We are depleting our weapons. And as we deplete, we make room for China. So Russ, thank you for that one. That's a true statement. That a lot of analysis is going into that. Doc, we understand. Doc Mass Official. We understand that Iran was an oppressive government. We all understand that. No one here is ignorant to the fact of the evils that Iran has done, the government. No one is oblivious to that. No, not in this community, because this community reads. This community research. This community listens and look at people that bring receipts to the table. There you go. G says, can we take so much for granted? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What's up, Kim? Jay said, and he's an idiot because, yep, here we go. I love Jazzy. She always brings it home. And he's an idiot because Allah literally equals God. I can't stand this timeline. Woo! Dr. Tachi says, the platforms that continue to let him spew his nonsense are problems too. His own platform doesn't exist in a bubble. It's carried on a service like AWS. They are also culpable. Yes, I agree. Okay, they're in here. The trolls are in here, y'all. Welcome, trolls. Welcome. Welcome, trolls. They're called Mutual Assured Destruction. Ooh, Lisa. This one is interesting. This one I need to dive into because I've read this theory. I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago. I haven't heard it since, but you bring it up. There is a doctrine called MAD, Mutually Assured Destruction, meaning you press, we press, and we all die. He is playing deadly games. Yeah, that is, yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that term in a long time, Lisa. Only the draft. Whew. We're not going through these. I'm gonna investigate the cruise idea tonight, Ron. Thank you. We don't. You know how we roll. Yeah, Trump is delusional. Now the Ram. Now you may not know who I am, and this is the first time maybe you being here. But this community, There is no, I don't want to say there's no love. Maybe no, there's no love for those that did not vote. There is no love for those that voted for this moron. We are in this mess again. Can we get the numbers? 77,000 people voted for the fool that's in the White House. 74 million, was it 74 million or 72 million? 72 million voted for Kamala, but 84 million people stayed home and did nothing. The 84 million people in America are not off the hook. This is their creation also. And it makes me furious that people sat home and now we have this. Elections matter. Voting matters. You need to vote. Vote, vote, vote. Whoever tells you voting doesn't matter, they are lying. They're stupid. They have not done their analysis. They have not looked at the stats. Voting matters. And as a matter of fact, I do believe there's some elections going on today in the States because Tuesday is election day. Every Tuesday, for the most part, you should be voting for the small town elections, your sheriffs, the person in charge of the hospital board, whoever elections are going on, you need to participate. All elections, all directions of countries start local. You gotta go local. Okay. And what time is it? Oh man, I didn't get to the lesson yet. I'm still going on. Oh, we may have to do a little overtime here. Okay. Let me go through here. Okay, no, it's because of the hatred that you guys are creating. Nope, there's no hatred on this part. Start using shield is going through these. The Chinese are known for the humanitarian ways. Look, China's got some real good stuff going on. I'm just saying, hello, if you have not seen what they medical and all that, a lot of folks go to China just for the medicine. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, okay. Guys, I think it's time for lesson time. I think we have exhausted this conversation and the bots are like really getting excited here. Oh, look at them. Look at the bots. They're all here. If they're not bots, they're fools. If you are with the Trumps, man, you are a fool. Sorry to call you names, but I don't usually go to the name calling, but I will have to tell you, no one's holding their tongue today. And nor should you. Man. Okay. I'm looking at all the comments. Wow. Thank you, Wall. I try to be I'm a decent person. I believe I am. I think my community will agree. These are decent people that are here. Not just me. Look at all these decent people in this community. Are you seeing the good feeds among the trolls? Right? There's some good people in this community. Oh, these trolls are in the house. Omar's in the building. He says, "Hey, Ron. Hello, everyone. So sad that we are actually having this conversation about nuclear weapons. I know it's horrible." Hey, vertical stream. The vertical stream, right? Trump is not for her. No, Omar. Are you in Brooklyn? And I'm not there. Ah, shucks. It was as high as 150 people in this space. Dr. Tachi. I don't know what YouTube is doing, but we've been out there today. I don't know if it's a topic. I don't know what it is, but well, we welcome the trolls. Like I said, when the trolls come, that means other people are coming. Like so, we welcome everyone. However, the trolls, we'll ignore you. Yes, Dr. Tachi. The new Nuremberg trials can't come fast enough. Yes, Jay. J. Dot says Trump is an unhinged lunatic tyrant who openly wishes he was a mad king. Thank you. See, there are more of us than the Trump lovers in this space. Just saying. He is a Looney Tune. He is loony. And I'm never going to address that one. Moving right along. I'm not going there because we have a lesson to get to. Oh, wow, you guys are in here today. Yep, Omar says it, and we know this one. China is going to waltz right in and take Taiwan. Yep. Okay, guys. There's a lot of conversation in here, and I cannot post every single thing that you guys are saying because there's a lot. Whew. Okay, it's time for our lesson. It is time for our lesson. Before we start on our lesson for the Tip Tuesday, it is Tip Tuesday, and this is where we teach photography. Before we go there, let me pop here. Sorry, my bad. Let me get this off the screen. Okay, there we go. If you are here in the community, and if you join this community, hit subscribe, join this community. You can also be a part of this, hit the community, and we can have this conversation off. Even you little Trumpsters. I talk offline with you folks. So in this community, I had conversations with some of you. But make sure you come with your receipt. Make sure if you do have a conversation, don't just give us what you believe. Give us facts. Okay? You're entitled to your opinion, but not your alternative facts. It doesn't exist at all. Fact is fact. Okay, next on my little thing here. Also, if you are interested in being on the email list, just go to RonLouisPhotos.com and we will put you on the email list. You can just sign up, I should say, for the email. And also, again, thank you to the Patreon community. You will find this lesson in the Patreon community. So if you're here for some good conversation on some photography tips, that's what we're about to do. So we're going to go a little longer. We're going to just do about 15, 20 minutes, about 5 minutes after we usually end about 6:15 here local time. So we will be probably to about 12:20 or Eastern time or 6:20 local time here. Okay. And so you know that we're just going about 5 minutes over than we normally do. Okay. And again, one more. If you're in the building, you can hit the like. If you're in the building, hit the like. And also, if you're here, hit subscribe if you're here for the first time and you are down. If you're not, you're just down with the people. And again, if you're here and are part of the subscribers, become a member. Okay, there you go. I think I got all the announcements out, and now it's time for the lesson. It is time to go to school. Get your pens, get your paper, get your tablets. It's time to talk photography. So this photo I took years ago in the city, trying to get the motion, trying to get the fog of the street, the lights and all that good stuff. This is what makes photography. Photography is having fun with your environment. Get out there and have fun with your environment. So mastering light on the road. So I am I'm a photographer. I just happen to be now in travel photography mode because I'm traveling. So here we go. Let's start. Tip Tuesday, mastering light on the road. Night photography in a city you're exploring for the first time. So that means if you're in Thailand, if you're in South Africa, if you're in New York City, if you, wherever you are, and you are a photographer and you want to photograph at night, there's some things you need to think about. Photography at night is not the same thing as photography during the day. It requires a whole different mindset, a different set of skills. Number one, let the city introduce itself. Before you lift your camera, these nice little babies here, either your smartphone or your camera. Before you lift your camera, walk I'll say that again. Before you lift your camera, walk. And that sounds very simple, right? Because it is. Get out into the environment, walk the streets, walk the neighborhood, feel the rhythm of the streets. Notice where the light poles are, where shadows stretch, where color hums. Every city has its own visual heartbeat at night. Your job is to tune into it. Number two, and that's a very important. Just walk around. And before we go into that, now normally at night when I go to do my work, I have this little camera here, which is a good camera. I have my smartphone here as well. But this camera, I keep the small lens on. I don't use a zoom lens at night. I'm not walking the streets at night with big lenses and big cameras. I can tuck this under my arm, like when I'm, it's just over my neck. Like if I put it over my neck here, I can just kind of like walk and I can put my arm here and no one even sees I have a camera. And then when I want to take a picture, I take it out, shoot, and then I put it back down. Because you want to make sure you also are safe. Number two, chase the light source, not the darkness. Everyone in unison in this community, what are we? Everyone that is a photographer, what do? We're light chasers. We chase the light. So chase the light source, not the darkness. Night photography isn't about shooting the dark. It's about finding the light that shapes it. Look for, I love these, especially in the cities, neon signs, street lamps, like watching for people passing under the street lamps. Man, those make good photos. That's where you get your light. You get your light on the subject as they pass by the lamp, the street lamp. Reflections in windows or puddles. Love it. Car headlights, tail lights, vendor stalls, and late night cafes, using the light off these areas, resources. Like in New York City, I always love finding what they call the peanut people or the hot dog stands because they have bright light. They're usually on the corners of New York. And then you take the picture and people look so cool because that light just shines in the night. And you can speed it up. You can slow it down, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. These become your natural studio lights. 3, use movement as a storytelling tool. Cities come alive after dark. Instead of freezing everything, let motion paint the frame. Don't be afraid of the blur. Don't be afraid. It's okay to have the blur. It's okay to slow the shutter speed down a little bit and you get the movement of the hand. It's okay. It's okay. Long exposure for light trails, which I'm just mentioned. Slow shutter to show the flow of people. Intentional blur to capture the city's pulse. Movement becomes the narrative. It makes the photo interesting when you see the hand trailing in a blur. Number 4, stabilize your vision. You don't always need a tripod on the road. Use what the city gives you. Railings, counters, benches, walls, your own body as a brace. A steady frame lets the light do its magic. Okay, number 5, lean into color. Nighttime color is emotional. Let the blues, the reds, the greens of the city wash over your frame. Mix color temperatures. Let the scene feel like that the place, not corrected, not sanitized, but alive. Don't look for perfection. Night photography is not about perfection. It's knowing your skill, developing your skill, even creating your own style. But it's not about perfection. First of all, as we like to say, Gwendolyn and I always talk about this. We always say, there's no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing as perfection. Number 6, hunt for reflections. Cities at night are full of mirrors. windows, puddles, polished cars, metal surfaces. Use them to create depth, symmetry, and unexpected compositions. Reflections turn simple scenes into layered stories. I'm for it. I love going to the city streets after the rain. After it rains, you have a real pouring, a pour down. Water is everywhere. That means puddles are everywhere. And if you could get yourself near like a street lamp or a store, and the light reflecting on the puddles, and as people are walking by, makes beautiful photos. Next, number 7, we're near the end. We're okay. We're on time. We're doing good. Number 7, let curiosity lead. You're in a city. Don't chase the postcard shot. Follow the alley with the warm glow. Follow the sound of music. It's like when I was in Cape Town, I was listening for the drums because I knew if the drums were beating, there were going to be people over there. Follow the sound of music, the DJ, the house music. Follow the music. Follow the smell of food. Follow the smell of food. New York City is good for this. Cape Town is good for this also. You may have food carts and you can smell the food. But guess what? If there's food, guess who else there? Who else is there? People. People are always where the food is. Your best images will come from wandering with intention. It's like my other photographer buddy says, he goes, Ron, today we're going out and do signs. He goes out with a purpose. He wakes up early in the morning or go out late at night and says, these are the photos I'm looking for. And the universe delivers. Neon lights. Number 8, dial in your night settings for those that have these cameras. But you also trust your smartphone. Your smartphone has a nighttime mode. Put it into nighttime mode. Trust it. ISOs 800 to 3200 depending on your camera. Aperture f-stop is 1.4 to f4. Shutter 130 for handheld. 1/30th of a second. Now that's catching some blur, but that's okay. You're on fast shutter speed, you get some interesting shots. Slower if stabilized. Shoot raw for flexibility. Use manual focus when the camera hunts. Be encouraged to experiment. Night photography rewards the play. Number 9, stay present, stay safe. Night shooting is immersive, but awareness is a part of the craft. Know your surroundings. Keep your gear close. Move with confidence and intention. Number 10, and the last. Photograph the feeling. Look for those facial expressions. The goal isn't just to document a place, it's to translate the emotion of discovering it. Ask yourself, what does this moment feel like? Then shoot the place. You got it? Any questions? Any time for Q&A? Any questions? We got a little time for Q&A. Q&A, anyone? Did you get anything out of that? That's a lot of information there. A lot of good questions, a lot of good information. Ooh, you guys are in here. Man. Y'all still talking about Trump. We've moved on from Trump. We're in the lesson. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, that's it. Have a great day. Again, if you're here for the first time, hit subscribe. And if you like what we do here, and also if you're here, hit the like. For every person that's been represented today, we should have likes all over the place. If you like it. Even if you're a troll, you may want to hit the likes. Because some of you were in here too. You got some of the trolls in here. That's okay. You're not alone. There are other trolls here too. Okay, guys. Enjoy. Hopefully the world is still here tomorrow. That sounds horrible to say, right? But hopefully tomorrow we'll all be here and Taco Taco Tits will be the one that pulls away and not do anything to hurt the Iranian people. And so, because it's not the Iranian people that are the problem. As always, it's the leaders. And so the leaders need to come to terms with what they need to do. So, as I look at all your statements, a lot of statements, a lot of them good in this community today. And again, we welcome everyone that showed up. Thank you. And we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's our conversation day. Let's Talk Wednesday. Okay, we're out. See you later. Bye-bye.